Kia ora. It's my privilege and pleasure to present Let's Get Real Disability. This is a framework that describes the knowledge, skills, values and attitudes required to work in the disability sector. It describes the work of our sector and the workforce. This framework is for everyone working in the disability sector and supports disabled person-centred services. Te Pou has supported the development of Let's Get Real for the mental health and addiction sector for a number of years. Let's Get Real was developed in 2006 to describe the knowledge, competencies and skills of the mental health and addiction workforce, underpinned by values and attitudes to support people in their recovery journey in mental health and addictions. Many of you may have already used or seen this framework. We've had a lot of feedback from the disability sector that this will be a very useful framework to support your ongoing workforce development. So building on the work in mental health, we've developed Let's Get Real Disability with your help. The framework is aimed to assist organisations, workers, consumers and family whānau to understand the expectations when receiving or delivering a service. It sets the foundation for good practice. Not only does it describe the knowledge and skills required to work in the sector at all levels, it also emphasises the underpinning importance of values and attitudes in working with disabled people and their families. Each skill is not seen in isolation, more that they work in conjunction with one another to ensure a holistic approach is taken to working with disabled people and achieving a good life. What are we aiming to achieve from this framework and the work in general? Well, it helps to define a common language for the sector. It sets the basis for good practice, acknowledging that there are some specialist skills that will sit over the top of this framework for some workers and services, but it's the foundation. We know our workforce can be transient. When a worker moves between organisations or nationally, this framework will help provide some consistency in the expectation of roles of our workforce. It also complements existing legislation and frameworks and can be used for job descriptions, performance appraisals, review of roles, recruitment and training needs, all of which we at Te Pou will support in the implementation of this work. There are also many workers in the sector who work across disability, mental health and addiction services, and we want to ensure there's a common language across all of our workers, whilst ensuring the differences for those sectors. It may also help when we are encouraging new workers into our sector. It's a way of seeing what the work means in practice. Thank you to those of you who provided us feedback and advice on the development of Let's Get Real Disability. Our work now will be to support you to implement this in your workplaces and practice with resources and tools. It's another mechanism to help us ensure that we're supporting disabled people in our communities and the workforce to support those needs. Thank you.